What are the best foods to eat for optimum human health and sports performance as well? Coming right up. I am Mihai Dumitrescu, IPT Skill Enhancement Trainer, Pro Basketball Coach, and NCSF Certified Sports Nutrition Specialist, and I welcome you to our channel. Today, I want to present a list of foods, which I consider there are the best options for human needs. I organize the list into categories, and I want you to keep in mind that the order is not important, as a varied diet, based on whole quality foods, is what nutrition is about. Also, I included a special category for athletes that will help to fulfill their carbohydrates needs. Let's start. Number 1. Eggs. If you've watched our video about proteins, maybe you already know that eggs are the perfect food created by nature, and that is why it stands alone as a separate category. The 43% protein utilization, along with minerals and vitamins included, made it mandatory for a flourishing diet. Just remember, you should consume it whole, and not only the whites, otherwise all the nutritional value will be lost. The second category is meat and animal protein. Here I included beef, chicken, turkey, lamb, pork, and wild fatty fish like salmon, sardines, and mackerel. It is important to focus only on quality meat because if the animal was raised in an unnatural way, beef with cereals for example, the omega-3 to 6 ratio in their fat can be around 1 to 20, which will produce inflammation in the body, so big trouble. The perfect ratio is 1 to 1, and the acceptable should be 1 to 4 maximum. My third category is non-starchy veggies. They come packed with minerals and vitamins, which are mandatory as catalysts for protein metabolism, so should be part of everyday diet. Also, the net carbohydrate percentage is low, so insulin will be triggered in small quantities. I know that for an athlete, especially for basketball, carbs are important, but I made a separate extra category. Here we have all leafy greens, lettuce, spinach, kale, and a lot of others. Then, veggies like broccoli, cauliflower, or asparagus. In terms of fruits, for a person with no big physical needs, I suggest that the good ones are berries, as the carbs content is perfectly balanced for human needs. Strawberries, raspberries, blueberries, or blackberries are the best options. I don't know if you knew, but fructose, which is in general around half of the carbs content of fruits, in high quantities, puts the same pressure on the liver as alcohol does, as it is metabolized exclusively through the liver. So, keep the fructose natural, and don't exaggerate. Next is avocado, again, like the eggs, standing alone in its category. It is the perfect natural fat that we can opt for. Carbs content is low, as the proteins, and because of those is one of the most satiating foods. Also, it is excellent to fulfill energy needs. If we look at the fats and oils, that you can also find detailed in our video up here, we should aim for grass-fed butter, extra virgin olive oil, coconut oil, and maybe MCT oil. It is very important to understand that most pesticides, toxins, and hormones are fat-soluble, so they will be packed in these fats. That's why it should only come from organic, naturally raised animals or plants. In the seeds category, I placed chia and flax. They are super nutritious, net carbs content is almost zero, and they are packed with good fats and proteins. Also, the omega-3 content may look high, but you don't want to lean only on the one coming from these seeds, as the absorption rate is low. For nuts, you should focus on low-carb ones, and also as usually the omega-6's content is high, keep the quantities reasonable. Walnuts are perfectly balanced as the omega ratio is 1 to 4, and I also included here pecans, almonds, and macadamia. You can go for others too, just take care of how much you eat. For carbs needs, I included the tubers. We have potatoes, sweet potatoes, turnips, carrots, or celery roots. Keep in mind your total carb requirements, and eat those accordingly. The last one includes herbs and spices, and I put here garlic, ginger, turmeric, parsley, dill, rosemary, and cilantro. Also, we can include here onion, even though there is no an herb or spice, but it makes food taste good, and like the others comes with so many good nutrients. I made a special category, in addition to the previous ones for athletes, as you may be acknowledged in our video up here, carbohydrate needs are different, and for high-intensity sports are mandatory. I included here, rice, lentils, peas, chickpeas, pumpkin, squash, and of course all sorts of potatoes, that I placed earlier in turnip categories, as a good base for daily necessities. Aim for the quantities which can satisfy your fuel daily requirements, and even if first you need to track them, later when you will know how to listen to your body, it will become a natural habit with the right amounts. In conclusion, as I always say in our videos, a whole food organic diet must be your choice, as is the way nature created us to function properly. We are nature, and we should eat what comes from nature, in all forms, so we can have a good life and also transmit things further from generation to generation for the perpetuation of our species. Take a look at those videos too, and I hope you've enjoyed our video, so please give us a thumb up, and if you haven't done it yet, please subscribe to our channel and hit that notification bell, so you'll not lose anything that can boost your career.